We're all human beings and we all make mistakes. One of the most important skills that we need to develop as adults is the ability to learn from our mistakes, understand what went wrong, make amends if possible, offer a genuine apology when we've caused harm to others, um, repair if possible, and then move on and then do better in the future. There's no point in just, wallowing in guilt for the rest of our days, or feeling miserable about ourselves, or feeling like, we are horrible people just because of the mistakes we make. The whole point of mistakes is that we learn from them and we grow because of them and we become better people, right? Now, there will be instances in your life where you cause harm to other people, and those other people may be family members, your friends, could be your children, could be anybody, right? When we make such mistakes which damage our relationship with another person, of course, this same rule applies. We don't have to spend our entire life just wallowing in guilt, right? We don't have to spend our entire lives self-flagellating or, hurting ourselves for this one thing that we did wrong. We can learn from it and we can move on from it. But, and this is a very important thing, we cannot demand forgiveness from those people whom we've hurt. We can forgive ourselves. Okay, if you're a person who believes in God, you can, you can talk to God, and you can also believe that God forgives you, and you can move ahead with your life and you can do better. You can be a better person. One mistake does not have to define you, but you cannot expect that the victim of your actions has to forgive you. That is up to them. So there are many people in this world who, what they do is, they'll hurt other people. They'll say all sorts of, hurtful things. All sorts of rubbish will keep coming out of their mouths. Their actions will be very callous. They don't care, how they betray somebody's trust. They don't care how they treat somebody. But, every time they mess up, they feel like that other person is obligated to forgive them. And if that other person doesn't forgive them, they feel like they're being robbed of something. And this is a kind of entitlement that we often see in parents as well, right? Especially when we talk about it in the context of parents and children. Parents feel like just because their children are dependent on them for survival, the child is obligated to forgive the parent for whatever they do. So, hitting the child, humiliating the child, making fun of the child in front of others, sharing the child's secrets with other people. There is a mother I know who does this thing where, her daughter used to trust her a lot. So, her daughter used to go and tell her everything. And this mother would just talk about it to random people. So, the daughter would tell her something confidential, and then later on, the daughter would be like getting advice from her family members, from neighbors, from her mother's friends. So, basically, the mother is going around telling her friends about all this because she feels like, yeah, it's fine. And when the daughter confronts her, then, the mother feels bad, and the mother is like, yeah, okay, I won't do it again, this, that, and the other. But then the mother does it again. So, the daughter stopped talking to her mother about, her secrets, about things that matter to her. Now the mother is really angry. The mother is like, why does she not talk to me anymore? Why does she not tell me anything anymore? It's not like I, scold her. It's not like I make a big issue out of it. So then the daughter is like, Mama, whenever I talk to you about something in private, you go around telling everyone. So now how am I supposed to trust you? And the mother is like, I'm your mother, you should trust me. See, that is a kind of entitlement. And this is something we see with all kinds of harmful behaviors. Parents do just whatever they want with their children. They know it's wrong also. Parents know that, you're not supposed to lose your control and shout at children and hit them and humiliate them. Parents know they're not supposed to do it. They'll still do it, and then they'll expect children to just overlook it. They'll be like, I lost control because my life is very stressful. But then that doesn't give you the right to not trust me anymore. That doesn't give you the right to emotionally withdraw from me. You have to be completely attached to me and, entirely loyal and You have to make me feel better about myself, but then I can do whatever I want with you, and everything should be all right with just one sorry. That's not how it works. When we lose someone's trust, when we hurt someone to the point that they simply cannot forget what we did to them, we do not have the right to demand forgiveness. We can understand what went wrong, we can move on from it, we can do better next time. Forgiving ourselves should never be an excuse to just keep doing the same wrong thing over and over and over again. So you made a mistake, that is okay. You're human. Maybe you lost control, maybe you were ignorant, you did not know what to do in that instant, something went wrong. It's okay, you can learn from that experience and do better next time. But when you hurt someone, you don't get to demand that they forget everything that happened and treat you with the same level of intimacy and the same level of trust that they had before. Trust is something that you have to build, even with your children. It's not something that, you are owed. It's not something that they are obligated to give you. And it's not something that will just be there no matter what you do. Trust is not something you can take for granted. You have to build trust with your children. And you have to do it through your behavior. So when you do mess up, it is okay. Every parent messes up at one point or the other. Every parent loses control or does something that hurts their children. That is very, very normal because we are all human beings. But what we do after that matters. We have to apologize. We have to understand what went wrong, understand the perspective of the child, apologize, try to repair the relationship, and then show with our actions that we are trying to overcome that issue, and we are trying to be a person that the child can trust once again. If our behavior changes, then slowly that trust can be rebuilt. But if we just say sorry and then immediately expect the relationship to just get back to where it was earlier, that is a form of entitlement that alienates people even more, including children. Nobody likes it when somebody forces them to forgive. Children don't like it either. So let's not force them to forgive. Let us understand the process it takes to rebuild trust once it's been lost.